Welcome to your Sorceress leveling guide for Project Diablo 2. In this video, I'll show you how to level up safely and efficiently, perfect for new players starting fresh. We'll begin with a Fireball build, stable, straightforward, and powerful through normal difficulty. If you like speed and risk, there's also Nova, which I'll mention briefly. At the very start, Act 1, levels 1 through 12, you want to put your first skill point into Warmth to ease mana management. As you level, unlock Fireball, your main damage tool until about level 35. Always keep an eye on both rare and magic gear for plus resistances, which become vital as you progress. Once you reach Black Marsh, head to the tower and farm the Countess for runes. Focus on Tyr and Ral for the Leaf rune word, and also gather runes for stealth. Extra tier runes beyond what you need for Leaf? Socket those into your armor or helmet for +2 mana on kill. A huge help for keeping your mana pool topped up. To craft Leaf, find a 2-socket white or gray staff and combine it with Tyr and Ral. Ideally, the staff has +2 to Fireball skills, as these bonuses carry over, making Leaf even stronger. Vendors sometimes stock these 2-socket staffs. If you don't see one, just leave and return to reset their inventory. Crafting Leaf early is a huge power spike, giving +3 to fire skills and making your journey much smoother. With these basics in place, you're well on your way to mastering the early game. Now that you've got a solid start, it's time to move into Act 2, where the challenge steps up a bit. Keep putting your skill points into Fireball, your main damage spell. As you explore, keep hunting for gear with good resistances and faster cast rate whenever possible. Don't forget to revisit the Countess occasionally for runes. They'll help improve your rune word gear. Around level 35, it's time to do a full respec and shift your skill points into Blizzard, your new main damage skill. Blizzard excels in Nightmare, offering excellent crowd control and cold damage that many monsters are vulnerable to. For your attribute points, aim for about 30 points in strength, enough to equip your gear, and put the rest into vitality to maximize your life pool. You don't need to invest points into energy because warmth and gear will help manage your mana. Keep upgrading your resist gear and look for items that boost cold skills or mana regeneration to support this transition. This phase is all about steady progress, gearing up, leveling efficiently, and getting comfortable with your new Blizzard skills. Welcome to Nightmare, where the difficulty ramps up and your Blizzard build really starts to come alive. In Act 1, take your time clearing packs with Blizzard. Its area control makes it much easier to keep enemies at a distance. Focus on staying alive by building up your resistances. Charms with elemental resist can make a huge difference, so check every one you find. Your gear goals now shift toward magic and rare items with bonuses to Blizzard or cold skills, strong resistances, and helpful attributes like life or mana. Faster cast rate is still valuable, but Blizzard benefits even more from raw damage and safety, so cold skill bonuses and survivability take the lead. And don't forget your mercenary. He's not just a meat shield. Gear him up with rare items that boost resistances and life to keep him alive longer. And yes, you can heal him with potions. Just hold Shift and press the potion hotkey. If he's holding the rune word Insight, you'll also benefit from the meditation aura, giving you passive mana regeneration, perfect for spamming Blizzard. The runes you need, Ral, Tyr, Tal, and Sol, can all be farmed from the Countess in Nightmare. Stay calm, keep your distance, and focus on smart upgrades. Nightmare rewards careful, confident play. As you move into the later parts of Nightmare, Act 3, 4, and 5, the difficulty ramps up. But by now, your Blizzard build should be feeling strong. Let's talk about your skill progression. The leveling order matters more than you might think. After respecing at level 35, start with 1 point into Cold Mastery, then max Blizzard first. After that, put 20 points into Ice Bolt, then 20 into Ice Blast, and save Cold Mastery for last. It scales best with gear later on. In terms of gear, resistances are your #1 priority. Cold and lightning especially. Nightmare, Mephisto, and later zones are not forgiving. This is also a good time to engage with Project Diablo's crafting system. Start collecting rare items like gloves, boots, belts, and rings with good base stats. Things like life, resist, and faster cast rate. Magic amulets with +2 cold skills are also excellent finds. They're worth equipping even if the rest of the stats are mediocre. And don't skip charms, high resist ones can be game changers. If your inventory's full, stash the good ones for hell. You'll need them. Attribute-wise, keep doing the same thing. Just enough strength for gear, then put everything else into vitality. If you followed the build and kept your gear updated, you should be freezing rooms and farming confidently by the time you reach Ball. Hell is just around the corner, and with this setup, you'll be ready for it. Welcome to Hell. Enemies are faster, stronger, and many of them are cold immune. But don't panic. We're not here to brute force everything. We're here to play smart. The first step in Hell is actually slowing down. Rushing gets you killed. Start by farming safe targets like Nightmare Mephisto or Eldritch in Act 5 to tighten up your gear before committing to full clears. Resistances are absolutely key here. You want to get all elements as high as possible, over 40% minimum, but your goal is to hit the 75% cap as soon as possible. A good starting point for Hell is farming Andariel. She's one of the easiest act bosses and drops excellent loot. I've made a separate video showing how to safely farm her using Blizzard. Check it out if you need a reliable gear source early on. Cold immunes will force you to reposition, skip, or separate enemy packs. Focus on what you can kill and don't waste time trying to break every group. If you haven't already, now's the time to dive deeper into crafting and upgrades. Use the cube to roll gear, improve rares, and experiment. There's a lot of power hidden in that stash tab. We're now looking for magic amulets with +3 to cold skills, a big upgrade over the old +2s. Also keep an eye out for charms and rings with high resistances. Small stats can mean big survivability. Another key item to hunt for is the Monarch Shield. It only drops in Hell difficulty and is the base you need to craft a Spirit Shield. A huge power spike for sorceresses. Your Blizzard build should now be complete. Blizzard, Ice Blast, Ice Bolt, and Cold Mastery, all maxed. From this point, your strength is in your execution. And remember the stat plan. Just enough strength for upgrades. Everything else goes into vitality. You've made it to Hell. Now it's time to gear up, play smart, and start freezing through the chaos. And that wraps up the journey from level 1 to Hell difficulty with the Blizzard Sorceress. By now you've mastered the basics, geared up smart, and started clearing through high difficulty content, all without needing endgame gear to get started. But the real fun? That starts in the endgame. If you're wondering how to break into maps and what other builds truly shine once you're there, well, that's exactly what we'll be covering in the next video. Also, if you want to learn how to safely farm Hell and Andariel, check out the separate video I've made. It's full of practical tips and easy-to-follow strategies. And if this guide helped you, consider leaving a like or dropping a comment. I'd love to hear how your sorceress journey is going. Thanks for watching, and as always, good luck, have fun, and may your drops be juicy!